Before we get into the video, do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. Now this news comes straight out of Cardiff. Now let me just set the scene for you. You're a 16-year-old girl, it's the day of your birthday, you get invited to a party with some older people, and because you're impressionable, a bit naive maybe, you go. And for all your excitement of growing up and becoming an adult, your drink is laced with cocaine, and the worst thing imaginable takes place. You are gang raped. That's the type of trauma that's everlasting. Forever, the day of your birthday is the anniversary of you being raped. Now pure filth, 28-year-old Prince Irving and his mates took advantage of a 16-year-old girl by inviting her to a flat party in Cardiff. They ploughed the teenager with drink that was laced with cocaine and waited until she was incapacitated, and then they had their way with her while others watched. Now, I don't know who's worse, the people that took advantage of the teenager or the scumbags that watched it take place as a form of entertainment. Remember, as I said, this is a 16-year-old girl and she was gang raped in a flat in Cardiff for nothing more than the amusement of others. She was their plaything. That means these sick and weird people took pleasure in her trauma. Some people need to be struck with a catapult. Now the teenager again was only 16 years old and it was her 16th birthday. Once she was incapacitated, she roused awake to find multiple people assaulting her. Now fair play to the 16-year-old victim because she had the courage to go to the police. That takes guts. Now when police arrested rapist Prince Irving, he claimed that he had never been to Cardiff, but because the teenager had a rape kit performed on her, a DNA of Irving matched the DNA or the semen on the girl. Now during the court proceedings, it came to light that Prince Irving made his way from London to the flat in Cardiff for a party with the intent to have sex. Now this is how disgusting Prince was. They played tag with the young teenager because another man had raped her first and then Prince tagged himself in while the girl had blacked out. Once she roused and screamed in pain and flailed and told Prince to get off her, he boasted that she could not handle it. And what's worse is, even when she screamed in pain, a third man lay in wait to have his turn. Thankfully, a disturbance at the rented flat in Cardiff meant that the 16-year-old girl was not subjected to further trauma, though she did suffer significant bleeding. People like these have no right to call themselves men. Firstly, because despite the teenager being of age, there's a moral line you do not cross. You simply cannot be a 28-year-old man and try and have your way with what essentially is a young teenager. And number two, no woman or man should be subjected to rape, and for it to be treated as a game almost means that Prince Irving and his mates had no sense of principles. Stay safe.